Welcome, folks. This is my first attempt. Actually, I've done this recordings of these before, but I figured I would start a new series. Um, Basically, this is kind of like a YouTube kind of Apple for Dummies slash first time ever using a Mac slash Mac tips. And today, I figured I would start off with the most basic one, which is how to use iPhotos for your Mac. This should work for practically any Mac that's running. I believe it's up to Mac 10.0 to the most current one, which I believe is Sierra. I believe is what this one is. Yes, so it is Sierra. So basically, kind of go through kind of a brief synopsis of how to use iPhotos, what iPhotos is, what you can do with iPhotos, how to transfer photos from iPhotos to your desktop, and basically how to share them and whatnot. So it depends on where you have your iPhotos. As you can see, I keep mine in the dock, but if you wanted to know where Photos was, you would basically click on your main hard drive. You would go, as you can see on the side, depending on how it looks, you would basically go into your home file, which would be basically whatever you name your hard drive. You can name your hard drive, but you can also go into applications, as you can see here. Scroll down applications, and basically what it'll do is it'll give you a drop down of all the apps that you currently have on your Mac, and Photos would be one of them. It's kind of alphabetical, which, as you can see right there, Photos. So basically that is how you would get into Photos, and you can actually take this and you can actually, if you keep it, you can actually leave it in the dock, and then what you would do is after you were done with that is you would basically right click options and you would keep it on the dock. So alright, as you can see that, once you get that open, basically you're going to kind of tap it, depending on how you have your settings, double click, one click, and it's going to bring you to the iPhotos menu. And as you can see on the right side, these are going to be all the categories, albums of all your photos that you have saved. And depending on how you have your iPhone set up for your photos, I would hope that you would have it set up via iCloud, so that basically when you go into iCloud, it also has your photos saved. Say something would happen to your Mac and your photos were to die, you would basically then go into, depending on what browser you're using, I like using Firefox, obviously, as you can see. I also like using, you can use Chrome or Safari. It just depends on which browser you prefer using. Like I said, I prefer using Mozilla because I've been using it for quite a while. So basically what you would do is you type in your address, iCloud.com, and then once it loads up, it's just taking a little bit long. Usually I'm not used to making videos this late in the morning. It's obviously 1:44 in the morning. So we are as you can see, it brings you up to iCloud Silent. Now when it first loads up, your login is going to be whatever you use to log in to your iTunes or your Apple profile. So whatever Apple ID you use is basically what you're going to use to log in to your iCloud account. And once it's done loading up, depending on how you have your security set up, you should have it set up via the two-step verification, which I will explain in a later video. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to actually log in. Actually, we're going to do it a different way. Basically, the app that I just saw, that I just used, this is a great little add-on if you're using Mozilla. It basically saves all your passwords that you have for whatever sites that you log into on, so you forget your passwords. Basically, it saves all the passwords that you have, whatever website you go through, and you basically, when you get ready to go to a site, as you can see here, you get like a little dot. You click on that, and it basically gives you whatever passwords for the whatever site, whatever password that you use is what it saves. So basically, you would just use whatever you use to save it, and if it's the incorrect one, then it will generally let you know. Since I haven't changed the password in quite a while, it is going to probably still save the passwords that I got until I change it. But this is called LastPass. You can get this for your iPhone, your tablet, Android, your Mac. As you can see, it verifies, so it wants to make sure you are who you say you are. So we're just going to have it sent to my phone, and your phone will get a text with numerical numbers, and you basically enter in those numbers, and then it'll verify. Well, that's if you want to trust this browser. Don't trust this browser. I usually just say trust, because if you don't trust, I don't know what's going to happen. They'll probably won't let you do any of the options that you have. So as you can see, this is basically what iCloud does. So as you can see, these are all my photos. Basically, all my photos that you see here. So to verify that they're on iCloud, you basically click on the iCloud photos and let it ring up. What I am using to record this screen is this program here. It's known as Reflector 2. This works for Macs, Android, and various other operating systems. It works with Windows as well. I actually started using this with Windows at first before I started using it on the Mac, although it was a different program then. So I can remember basically what it was. It basically allows you to record your screen onto your Mac, or it allows you to screen record your Mac, and kind of just doing what I'm doing, kind of showing tutorials. And as you can see, it shows all photos that I currently have, or that I have recently uploaded or took pictures on my phone. So whatever you take on your phone, it's gonna load it up on your iCloud photos. So you can delete the photos that are on your phone, and they will still be kept on your iCloud photos. As you can see right here, these are all the photos that I had when I was on vacation. As you can see here, same layout, with the exception of the video recording. As you can see, it's the same. So that is what iCloud Photos does. Is it basically saves all your photos that you take pictures of, and it literally just saves them. So even if you were to like accidentally wipe out your photos on your phone, it saves them on your iCloud Photos. So basically you have kind of like a backup copy. And as you can see, you can buy extra storage for your iCloud. You normally get 5 gigs for free, and then if you want to manage more, then basically you would just pay more for that. And I know I get a lot of people who ask me, well, I don't want to enter my credit card information. Technically, you got to do that anyway when you do iTunes anyway. The only difference is that when you're signing up for your storage, you can use iTunes cards. So right now, I currently have 50 gigs of iCloud storage, and I pay, I believe, about $1 for 50. If I wanted to do more, then I would basically go into my iCloud account on my phone, and I basically would up it more to, like, say, a terabyte, which I believe is like $1.99 or $2.99, one of the two. And again, you're basically using iTunes cards for this, so you don't have to worry about it. So basically, everything that you see down here is basically what I'm managing on everything. So my photos is being used on my Mac, which I'm currently using, which is being used on my iPad, which is used on my phone, and my watch, although I don't really use the watch for photos because it's just too small of a screen. It's just primarily the phone, the pad, and my iMac. And that is basically how you would do that as far as managing what iClouds can do for you, and basically what your iPhotos does. So we are going to exit out of this and go back into iPhotos. Now, basically, say you wanted to import some photos that you had just taken off your phone. Basically, whatever you want to, how you would do it is, however you name your phone. If this is iPhone 7 or, iPhone 7 Plus, you basically would click on that, and then gives you an option of opening photos, and it's opening up photos for this device when you automatically do it, connect it. So basically, as you can see, these are all my most kind of already imported photos and videos. These are new ones that I just added. So say I want to import this one. I basically would click on that. As you can see, I got the blue dot, blue check mark. It's selected up here. Import selected. And as you can see right here, last imported, which was the 21st of July. And if you wanted to add, say you wanted to copy this to your desktop and wanted to use it as a background for your computer, but your Mac, basically you would just click on it, drag it onto the desktop, and it makes a copy of it. You still have the copy here, you just have an extra copy of that. And that is basically what you can do when you import photos. Now, if you wanted to share a photo, basically what you do is you would click, and then you have these little icons right here. This is play. This is if you want to add an album, book, make a calendar, a card, a slideshow, or prints. This one right here is your share button. You basically click on that, and it allows you to iCloud photo sharing, which basically means you can share the photo with other people who also have iCloud accounts. You can share it with a mail, which basically means that it just sends it as an attachment. You can send it as an iMessage, which is basically the same thing as if you were to use it as a text message. AirDrop it to another Mac. Say you have a Mac upstairs in your bedroom, or down in your loft, or in your other part of the office, or another Mac that you're using within the same house that is running under the same OS as you're running. You basically click on that, it will search for the Mac that was AirDrop available. You select it to that, and it basically just kind of like wirelessly transfers it from your photo to the Mac. And you still keep the original photo, it's just making a copy of it. Notes, Twitter, you can share it on your Twitter. You can share it on Facebook with your family and friends. Or again, like I said, you can sit on your desktop. If you want to do more, it allows you to, it'll open up the settings. And then basically what that'll allow you to do is it'll allow you to add more options to sharing it. As you can see, depending on what apps you have, OneNote, Flickr, Vimeo, Evernote, or whatever you want to use, whatever apps that you have that are available for you to share it from. And another way to do that, if you wanted to do it via desktop, is again, you can just drag it, drop and drag as it's called. You would right click, and then down at the bottom you could set desktop picture, and that's basically would set whatever that is as your desktop. Keep in mind that it's not permanent. It'll, once you turn off your computer and turn it back on, whatever the original is what the original was. You can't set it permanently to that, but that you have to go into the photo folder itself and do it that way. So that is basically some of the things that you can do with iPhotos. It takes pictures of your screenshots, whatever screenshots you did with your phone. It automatically uploads to your iPhotos as well. You can do the same thing. Recently deleted. Basically, it deletes everything that you had in here. you just basically would just delete all, and this is in the corner. It'll permanently delete. You say yes, and then boom, it's done. And then it gives you whatever photos you had left, last imported, which again was the same photo we just had. So basically I would just delete that because I've already got it. It says, notice delete from all your devices. This photo will be deleted from your iCloud photo library on all your devices. So basically what that means is that all the devices that are being shared on your iCloud, this photo will be deleted from that. So since I've already got it, it doesn't matter, it's already deleted, and then that basically tells you it originally deleted. If you want to recover it, if you made a mistake, you click on it, and you hit recover, and it automatically recovers that photo for you. And then you just kind of have your basic folders of what you've already made on your phone. It just kind of basically mimics basically the photos you've got there. And then this is basically all the photos that you've had. You can make them bigger or smaller depending on how you want to have your things set up. And then you've got your memories. And the memories basically, as it shows you, every photo that you've taken, it kind of sorts them out depending on the date and where you took them at. As you can see, these are mostly from my vacation I just had about a month ago. And that's basically what that is. And it goes further down depending on the date and when you took the pictures. And you obviously got your favorites and your all your photos, and that's pretty much it. You can edit you can edit from iPhotos itself, although there are other apps that you can get to edit as well. But generally, I find that just simple editing on iPhotos is a lot easier than doing it with another separate type of app. So as you can see, that is basically kind of like the short version of how to use iPhoto, what you can do with iPhotos, and how it works with all your other Apple devices. So that's everything. My name is Chris, and if you got any comments, leave some comments, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing this periodically. I'll have a new video up every so often. I'll try to do this like at least one video a week. I figured I would start out with this one because iPhotos is generally it's probably one of the most asked questions I ever get when it comes to using a Mac, or whether it's Mac or Windows. It's basically going to work the same way on Windows as it would work with Mac. iPhotos pretty much hasn't changed. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you have any comments, leave them down. I will try to answer as many as I can. If you got any suggestions on what you want to learn how to do on a Mac, just let me know, and I will try to put it in a video and kind of help out, kind of just make it more like a community based. Like if you ever wanted to learn how to do this with your Mac and someone else probably had a thought, hey, maybe I want to learn how to do that also, and I'll be more than happy to make that into a video with my other stuff. But again, I'm going to try to at least put out at least a single video once a week on how to do this with your iMac or Apple devices, just in general, whether it's your whether you have an iMac, a Mac Pro, or a MacBook, or whatever Apple device that you're using beyond the iPhone and iPad, which I can do that also on a later date. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing right now. And so again, if you've got any comments, leave some comments in the comment section. Like it up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to keep in step with the videos that I'll be putting out. And thanks for watching.